Good afternoon. You're tuning into the Go Tape O&M Live Netball, kindly brought to you by McRae Motors. I'm Rhiannon Harrison. With me in commentary today, Tamara Matthews. A great day to be a Duck.
It is a wonderful day to be a Duck, Rhi. It's good to be here, and I guess we can't complain after the amazing weather we've had to date. So
I was just having a chat to General Manager Kane Aaron Dutchkes before we came on air about how lucky we've been round 8, and it's the first really miserable weather. And I heard Minna comment this morning that it's the first week she's had to wear a jumper.
Well, and I think she's probably on the money there. It's been amazing, and look, we can't complain too much. We're under the beautiful O&M marquee, and we'll be dry and warm all day, Rhi.
Absolutely. Today sees the 9th place Albury playing host to the 8th place Wodonga, fresh off their first win for 2025 and their first win in over 12 months. The league is also this weekend once again supporting the Albury Wodonga Regional Cancer Centre, with this week being Terry Soxit to Cancer Round, which fabulous initiative. So we may see some of the teams and some of the players donning some different coloured socks over the weekend.
We will, and it is a wonderful initiative, and I think the way that the Border and North East community gets behind really any fundraiser that's to do with the Albury Wodonga Cancer Centre is just outstanding, and I'm sure today will be another example of that. And I would direct anyone to the O&M website or Facebook page, socials, to have a look at the great video that Steve Turvitt did with some of the North Albury crew, and I think that's really just a small snippet of the amount of people within even the football netball community that it impacts, and it was a great piece that he put together there.
Absolutely. We do acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we broadcast from today, the Wiradjuri people, and pay our respects to their elders past, present, emerging, and extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples here today. We come together to learn, to share, and to journey together. Interesting that this is 8th place 9th today, because both teams are a little bit of an unknown, but we got our first glimpse last weekend of Wodonga.
I think it's going to be a really interesting game. As you said, we saw Wodonga last week. They played some really great netball, really steady, very controlled, across 4 quarters, which I think Noel will be really pleased with. And the challenge today will be that the weather will bring another element. So how the young ones respond to that. But, likewise, Albury are a very new side. So it's when the weather comes to play and you get tested that some of those connections and stuff start to become a factor. So both sides, I think, are going to have to really pull it together for 4 quarters today.
I did have a look at some past stats dating back to 2022, and in their past 6 meetings, Albury have won 5 out of the 6. Interestingly enough, Wodonga's last win was in round 6 last year, where they beat Albury 41-36. So most of them were quite closer games as well. And play to watch out on court today, Sky Hillier, shooting something phenomenal, over 92% I think for the year. Last week she only missed 1 goal for the whole game.
She will be a big factor today, and she won't probably hate the rain other than the fact that it's cold and wet, but in terms of the way the game will be played, she'll probably really enjoy that. The fact that it'll slow down, she'll probably get on her body and pop off. She does that really well, and hopefully she can nail a few of those shots. She's sitting top of the hot shots ladder on 91%. So
and that'll be something she's incredibly proud of. I know, having played with Sky for a long time, she really prides herself on her shooting accuracy, and knowing that the hard work, particularly done by defenders and things, you want to convert those turnovers. The girls are lining up here to commemorate Marnie Hillier, Sky's younger sister, for today being her 200th Ovens and Murray senior game, which is a fantastic achievement.
It is, and she's just super consistent, and obviously started at Raiders, spent a few years at Lavington, where we obviously got to know her well, and has come across to Albury with Sky. They're a tight sisters, Kirby being the other sister, and they're a tight group, and it's great to see Marnie reach that milestone. As I said, between travel and that, she's been really consistent.
I was going to say a few international trips in there, which is a great milestone for Marnie. We'll have a look at the Albury Tigers starting list, coached by our first season coach in the Ovens and Murray, Amy Platt. They will start with Sky Hillier in goal shooter, Georgia Harrison in goal attack, Alice Carroll in wing attack, Marnie Hillier in centre, Jasmine Burke making her A-grade debut for the Tigers today in wing defence, Amy Platt in goal defence, and Georgia Pigden in goalkeeper, with Tara Leschke, Emily Irwin, and I'm just missing a name Hannah Azai is on the bench as well for the Tigers. So great to see Jasmine Burke lining up for her A-grade debut, and Emily Irwin, who will be on the bench and hopefully will get some court time at some stage. She made her A-grade debut last weekend.
Yeah, it's great to see a couple of new faces coming into the competition.
For the Bulldogs, they are coached by Noel Holton, and they will start very similar to last week with Cara Woodman in goal shooter, Molly Moylan in goal attack. Wing attack will be Alana Foley. Centre, Ellie Ainsworth. Wing defence, Jada Bradshaw, hot off her A-grade debut last weekend, with Ari Cohen in goal defence and Ella Dickens in goalkeeper, in there to change Asha Hodgkin, Abby Bloy and Georgia Evans.
Yeah, so we see a swap there. Lana Foley wing defence last week and Jada Bradshaw mainly through that centre wing attack, but today Jada to wing defence, and I think I mentioned last week she played a wonderful wing defence role for the Ovens and Murray 17 under rep side the weekend prior to that, so certainly a position that she will be able to do well at.
Absolutely. We've got the players lined up here on court, ready for that first centre pass. A little bit of a fresh one out there, and another player that's great for the Tigers to see returning to the A-grade court this season is Alice Carroll.
It is wonderful, isn't it? She was a really fantastic junior in the 17s a couple of years ago, and then came into the seniors last year, but has taken her time to get to A, which I don't think is a bad thing. She's been part of the Albury Rep program while she was eligible, while she was an under-17s player, and I think having that year in B grade last year and C grade just gives you a small taste because it's a different game.
Yep, and through the mid-court, I think Ellie Ainsworth and Marnie Hillier, that'll be a little bit of a match-up to watch out for. I loved the injection of Ellie Ainsworth into wing attack with Molly Moylan on the line last week. I think that's where the margin kind of crept out a little bit against Myrtleford, which Myrtleford, to their credit, was able to get it back. But I think their speed and dynamics off the transverse line was brilliant.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that Wodonga will have up their sleeve today. They have got, between Ellie, Jada and Alana, three that really can rotate through any of those centre wing attack, wing defence positions, and they will be able to make the move they need to depending on the situation that the game brings. I think Marnie really has been running out 4 quarters in centre for the Tigers, so I expect that she will probably stay there most of the game. It'll just be her opponent that changes, and you're right, I think Ellie to wing attack is a great play. She goes really hard at the ball, and I think it allows her just to kind of settle back and not have the pressure of having to work down the court as well.
Absolutely, and we've spoken about Marnie Hillier celebrating her 200th goal, but Wodonga has some happy news during the week with Noel Holton being named coach of the First Nations team later on in the year, and I was just asking him before the game about where that's being played, and he gets to travel to sunny old Frankston at the end of towards the end of the season. He said, "Oh gosh, I was hoping I'd be getting on a plane," but anyway,
that would be
huge,
a tad disappointing.
Huge
of all the places,
his coaching resume, and the talent in that field itself will be exceptional.
Yeah, absolutely, and as you mentioned, he did it last year along with the Murray Little Shield side, so it's great to see him getting opportunities at that state level. Great for our competition for Wodonga, as we see the Tigers just patiently try and work it for Wodonga on the board with the first goal.
And interesting on this line, sisters Sky and Marnie Hillier remind me a little bit of the Vixens attacking lineup. Their hair's looking very similar at the moment.
It is, isn't it? The high performance hair bun.
Sponsored by the rain today.
Yeah.
Harrison and Hillier in the circle, notching first goal for the Tigers
and
on the
big thanks to Sky
scoreboard.
for changing their hair up. Last time we live streamed these two, Georgia and Sky were really hard to pull apart. So shout out to Sky for giving us a sporting chance today as we see Woodman take Wodonga to 2 goals, leading the Tigers 1 here early in the game.
First quarter action thanks to 40 Winks. Harrison off the line.
Sky Hillier looking for Harrison, but had to opt for the outside circle and tipped by Ainsworth. So Wodonga here on the attack, Moylan with the ball.
And in these conditions, you can already see a couple of loose balls just slipping through the hands. A fantastic hold there from Georgia Pigden. I did comment to you, Tam, that in the flesh, Georgia's taller than what I expected.
Yeah, she's a beautiful athlete, and from all reports is playing some great netball. It's her first year in A grade after crossing from North Albury, where she took all before her from a league perspective with the C grade awards last year, MVP and Best and Fairest. So great to see her up, and as we see her there go on the fly for a ball, but a very well-credentialed water skier. So, yes, I think she missed the first game we did through Worlds or something to that effect. So, can ski apparently.
Elite.
These conditions might be perfect for her. She might be right at home here.
There's a contact call given by playing coach Amy Platt. Molly Moylan makes no doubt. 4 goals to 1 here on the AT Jones scoreboard.
And Ree, you'll see the Albury Tigers in the green bibs and the Bulldogs in the blue. So that's an initiative as part of the Terry Soxet round that some of the sides, and I have to have a giggle saying this, some of the sides found the socks not to their liking. And so this year, to change it up and to make it a little bit, I guess, easier for the girls and cater to their needs, they've gone with the different coloured bibs. So, huge shout out to the people that were behind that, because I think it was sensible.
And you know what? The Tigers have done really well. You can see the Sombrero branding on the back of their dress. So the green just matches perfectly, but also for the clubs to have an extra set of bibs. Yep. Not that we have many clashes in uniform, but sometimes it does just make life that little bit easier. Foley flicks back to Cohen. Moylan just held up just the right amount. And we did comment a little bit last week, but the connection between Molly Moylan and Cara Woodman, I think, is going to be something of the future in this competition if they're able to stay together at the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. Woodman, she's got some great height. She's another one who, seeing her up close, she's really tall. So if they can utilise that. And then Molly is such a great shot, really, from anywhere in that circle.
5 goals to 2 here on the AT Jones scoreboard. Just over 4 minutes have been played, thanks to NZ. Carol opts back to Burke. Great to see Jasmine Burke on the court from the Tigers. Suffered an arm injury during pre-season.
And she's from Finley. I found out a little bit about Jasmine. Come across from Finley, but is part of the the Bendigo Strikers 19s VNL squad. So has some opportunities at that level as well, which is great.
Lovely to see Foley setting the penalty. Ainsworth,
she had to really
fully stretched there. Great hold from Amy Platt there, and Woodman takes the rebound and settles with the Wodonga Bulldogs. 6 goals to 3 here. Carol and Hillier connect.
Oh, very close to hell ball there, but eventually found Sister Marnie, and Harrison finishes off for the Tigers. They go to 4 goals. Good to see that both sides are really just playing some sensible, patient netball. Sometimes in these conditions you see sides want to go out fast at a pace that's suited to the dry day, but I think both sides have adjusted fairly early to the weather.
Molly Moylan, it looked sweet off the hands, but just these rings
Ainsworth,
traditionally here at Tigers too are said to be a little bit bouncy. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I can't help you with that either, Ree, but speaking to the shooters of the competition, that's the
forever been the feedback.
Right. It's just an excuse, isn't it, Ree?
Yeah.
And Moylan finally nets that one. So Wodonga to 7, leading the Tigers 4.
Hillier forced to go back. The defensive pressure of the Bulldogs. Ainsworth contesting. Cross-court pass. Sneaky little pass there from Sky Hillier.
I'm loving the pink socks of the umpires, though. They've gone for the socks. Obviously can't wear the patches and get into the spirit of things. So it's a great look as we see Hillier take the Tigers to 5 goals.
And I think for Albury Tigers, new look team, they've had some really up and down results. I think they'd be wanting, like the Bulldogs last week, to put 4 consistent quarters together. We've seen a couple of their scores over the season so far. They've matched teams for a quarter here and there, but as to the 4-quarter effort, they haven't been able to put that together yet.
No, and I think the challenge has been having everyone available today, hasn't it? Jasmine Burke's obviously back in today, but I know certainly the early rounds, just getting everyone to be available at the same week was a bit of a challenge. So they'll be hoping that the second half of the season they can get a lot more consistency.
As the Bulldogs taking the throw-in, well watched by the defenders there from the Tigers.
Moylan, quick give off, and Platt does really well to get a hand to that. Couldn't chase it down, and Moylan just forces the pass to Woodman, who wasn't quite ready, I don't think, on that occasion. So Albury with another opportunity for a throw-in. Platt to Burke. It's all about timing today, isn't it, Ree?
It is, and I was just really loving the high ball release of all of the Tigers players coming down court, making sure they were out of hands way from the defence of the Bulldogs. It is 7 goals to 6 Wodonga, the 1 goal advantage. 8 minutes have gone in this first quarter thanks to 40 Winks. Georgia Harrison, beautiful eyes there from Hillier.
We're seeing great connections between them again already, aren't we?
And we are to even. I was having a look at some stats from last week, and we mentioned earlier that Sky Hillier only missed the 1 goal in their clash. She shot 29 from 30 goals, supported really well by Georgia Harrison, 14 from 19. And for Wodonga, Molly Moylan shot 41 from 47 and Woodman was 20 from 32. So both attacking ends putting up a good score from all goalers.
Yeah, they are, and I think both sides will be hoping that both players will be hoping they can carry that into today. You know, wet games, you don't get a lot of opportunity, or the ball doesn't move as quick, so you have to make the most of it. And I think if both players are within range, then there's no doubt they should have some great stats again today, as we see a ball just sprayed there from Albury. Great pressure from Wodonga, sorry, great pressure from the Tigers. So Burke will get another opportunity to bring it into attack. Carroll just into the space to Harrison, and she gives off the little pass to Hillier, and they finish off. So Albury hit the front, 8 goals to 7.
Foley finds Ainsworth. Oh, clever there just to not make it a replay ball. Foley again. Pigden and Platt so far combining really nicely as a defensive unit in that circle.
Moylan with the quick hands to Ainsworth. Just sneaks her in a little bit closer, but put the moz on her. She's missed a couple early here, Molly Moylan.
And was a little bit disappointed with herself after
very
that one. Saw the clap of the hands. Pigden on the refeed. Burke covering a fair bit of ground to get cross court. Carroll. Both shooters out of the circle for the Tigers. Harrison using the baseline. And it's off the Tigers, so it'll be a Bulldogs throw-in. We mentioned last week Ari Cohen as well, still eligible for all the junior grades.
She is, isn't she? Yeah.
Star of the competition and the future. And Sky Hillier takes the Tigers to 9, leading Wodonga 7 this quarter thanks to 40 Winks.
Quick 1-2 from Hillier to Sister Hitmani. Just puts herself within range.
And Bulldogs with the centre pass to come. Ainsworth. Bradshaw in wing defence. Finds Foley again. Contact deemed. Clever play there from Foley and Moylan. And that one bounces its way in. It is 10 goals to 9 here on the AT Jones scoreboard. Coming up to 12 minutes in this first quarter.
And Carroll just working into space.
Cohen doing really well to get her hands around, but couldn't quite connect with 2 hands.
And Dickens, can't believe she's been called for that. She thought that was good.
Contest, and maybe in the dry conditions it might have looked a bit different. Hillier steps in, and connects 11 goals to 9 here on the AT Jones scoreboard. Foley, Platt did well to pull out of that there, knowing she probably wasn't going to get through without causing the contact. Woodman waits for the jump of Pigden.
Lovely goal by Woodman.
A lovely goal.
And actually what both sides are doing really well, and we're just seeing over here, is they're both working at the circle edge. We really haven't seen too many long bombs or forced passes, both sides with the sense to do the work off the circle and get it to within striking distance as Albury go to 12, leading the Bulldogs 10. Great drive for Foley.
Foley, excuse me, connecting right on the top of the circle there, and a great feed. Woodman couldn't quite nail the goal, and a great...
Just tapping into the contest, wasn't it, from the Tigers defenders?
Platt and Harrison. Loving the work rate of Georgia Harrison in goal attack as well. Oh, Hillier with her first miss of the day.
Dickens able to tap that, and Cohen on the race. But Jasmine Burke, what a wonderful intercept.
Beautifully read. And
in the middle of the court there.
Probably a little bit of a lollipop pass, left a bit too much in the air. But great read from Burke in these conditions as well. As Hillier steadies and takes the Tigers to 13, leading Wodonga 10 this first quarter thanks to 40 Winks. We're into the last minute of play thanks to NZ Albury. Great contest on circle edge from Ainsworth, but just in the circle.
Oh, great pass from Harrison. Stepped up and just popped it into that back space for Hillier to step onto. They get a late goal. 14 plays 10.
Moylan, Bradshaw. Bulldogs would really love a goal here, just on the stroke of quarter time. Foley, Ainsworth to Woodman.
Time might... Oh, she's got a penalty, so... A late goal to Wodonga, right on the siren.
So it is 14, the Tigers leading the Bulldogs 11. This is quarter time. So on M Live, Netball and on M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Whoa. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Woo. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
Back to O&M Live Netball, the first quarter going the way of the Tigers 14-11. Fairly high scoring given the conditions, but both teams playing a very measured game to start today's match.
Seeing plenty of the short passes, and timing so far has been really good. So
it will be the Bulldogs to start us off this second quarter, thanks to Bingley. Woodman coming out of the circle. Oh, Moylan, the strength on the hold. Sweeps around front, and it bounces off a strong rebound there from Georgia Pigden.
So no changes for the Tigers.
Just triple checking who's coming on to wing defence for the Bulldogs. I have a feeling maybe Georgia Evans. So another youngster.
Only change for them is Jada Bradshaw off.
Oh, and that is a great rebound from Ari Cohen.
She will not give that ball up lightly.
And I'm thinking that Sky's thinking, oh, that was very similar to me at the same age.
Yeah, Georgia Evans into wing defence.
Woodman and Moylan connecting nicely there through the circle, and Moylan finishing it off beautifully. It is Bulldogs to get us on the board in this second quarter. That takes them to 12. Trailing the Tigers 14 on the ground up, building scoreboard.
And in other games, it's Raiders with the lead over Wangaratta 15-8. Corowa are down at this stage to North Albury 15-9. Is Murderford with a 2-goal lead over the Rovers, and Yarrawonga and Lavington were on par at the break. Lavington have gone ahead, a goal ahead.
Interesting that Cora North score. That's 1 plays 3, and it'd be interesting with the conditions at Cora. We just don't know. It may or may not be as wet as it is here at the moment. But we were talking off air earlier that Lou Madden shooting obviously for the Roos. Her twin brother, I found out yesterday, making his debut for the GWS Giants tonight at Manuka against Port Adelaide. So phenomenal achievement for their family, and we were discussing whether or not maybe Lou has travelled to Manuka to celebrate that huge achievement.
Yeah, and Sally Hunter's in goals. She's been putting up a few shots, so it might look like Lou has in fact made that trip. Another Osborne product, so great to see the small town, or sorry, not even town, community continuing to produce some great footballers.
Harrison there getting Albury on the board in this second quarter, 15 the lead.
And I'm keen to see Jasmine Burke in the dry. She's got some great tips so far in the wet and a couple of key intercepts. So,
and a hand from Foley. The rain very steady at this point in time.
Yeah, hasn't really let up at all. And the other interesting result, Yarra and Lavington being so tight. And again, hard to know what conditions they have down there as well.
Moylan connecting to goal. They trail by 1, 15 to 14. Yep, and also availability of players for Yarrawonga. We've spoken about their few injuries and things, and last weekend they really relied on a couple of their younger players who did a sensational job, and as well to have such a comprehensive win over North Albury.
Yeah, I think I spotted on Maddie Allen's stories during the week. She's in China, Great Wall of China, so she's clearly unavailable at the moment. But, you know, they've got some great juniors coming through, and it's a good opportunity to get them on the court. Whilst they've got some wonderful experience in their older players.
Great defensive unit work there from the Tigers. Foley and Woodman.
Oh, just not able to pull it in. Oh, she's flicked it back in. It's come off the leg of Platt.
Who's disappointed. It's just one of those things. Ainsworth. Right idea.
Yeah, and yeah. Probably just the wrong choice of pass on a day like today. As you see, Moylan and Cohen both going for the ball, not able to pull it in either. So it's Harrison that comes up with it for the Tigers.
And a few of those errors just starting to come in as a result of the conditions, trying to find space, but ball placement not quite as accurate as on a dry day.
Yeah, a lot of hands going into the contest, isn't there? Evans on the drive, finds Moylan and Foley all alone at the top. So Woodman with it in the circle, but too far out to score. So having to reset right back to the line here, Wodonga. And again, just showing patience to work it in. Woodman's still not happy, so they had to go out again.
Within range. And nailing it beautifully. 16 plays 15, the lead the way of the Tigers, and it's their centre pass to come this second quarter thanks to Bingley. 5 minutes have gone on the NZ Albury time clock. Hillier and Carroll.
Hillier somehow manages to drag that ball in from under the post and keep it alive and finishes off with a goal. Albury to a 2-goal lead. 17 plays 15.
Foley forced to go back. The hands over from Albury across the court. Just creating a little bit of confusion. It's a nice passage of play coming down court. Alice Carroll holding strong.
Hillier smart. She does that well, doesn't she? Wet or dry. Plays the ball into shooting range.
18 plays 15. The rain just slowing up a little bit now. Just need a little bit of wind to dry the court off. Strong hold from
Make it a bit colder
Harrison.
than it already is.
Yeah. And a beautiful goal there from Georgia Harrison in goal attack for the Tigers.
So Albury with a 4-goal lead here, 19 plays 15. It's the kind of conditions where you really can't allow the teams to get out by too far. It's too hard to pin back. So we see Foley have to swing it over the top to Ainsworth. And an offside call. Moylan waiting for the contact call, not getting it, but she's stationary. Her feet are stationary and Pigton's on the move. So Moylan, I think, probably just needs to edge onto that ball a little bit more instead of staying waiting for it, as we see Platt with a great tip and Pigton coming down with it. So Albury again.
And that was probably one of those opportunities too where the ball needed to go and get both defenders out of the way, because then there was Woodman home alone on the right angle to the post. Defensive pressure mounting through this mid-court. Evans using her height there to just try and get the tap from behind Hillier. Good release from Carroll.
Asher Hodgkin warming up over on the Wodonga sideline, so we might see a change in the defensive end here for Wodonga coming up, I think. As Harrison steps in, couldn't make good of that one, and Dickens with the rebound. So Wodonga with another opportunity.
Ainsworth, Evans and Cohen having to play through that mid-court.
And we can see Hodgkin going to roll into keeper, replacing Dickens.
Evans on the transverse. Moylan connects. 19 plays 16. 8.5 minutes nearly gone here on the NZ Albury clock in this second quarter. Hillier sisters combining.
That was contact over the top there by Hodgkin. So Harrison will take the penalty.
Skims that goal ring. Comes through Cohen and Hodgkin. Ari Cohen, a great transition there. And again, the timing. Burke coming through.
Just looking to my right here, Rees. A couple of squeegees. I reckon need a couple of people at half time to get on the end of those and just see if we can get some water off this court. It's very wet out there.
I wonder if we'll get a squeegee performance like in the Suncourt Super Netball. One of my...
Patrick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Patrick from the Swifts.
Or Pete. It's definitely a Pete name.
Yeah.
One of my favourite things is listening to the No Dribble podcast talk about him as well after their experiences watching him. But it makes for great viewing. So it'll be interesting to see who gets that job at halftime.
Yes, let's see if they bring the pizzazz that Patrick brings. As you see with Wodonga, just gets it over hands to Evans. The tip there from Albury, so,
just at the wrong angle there. No malice just in these conditions.
No.
Platt rings out her dress, and I was just about to say that Jasmine Burke's been a really quiet achiever on court. She's kept Foley very quiet in these conditions, but just kind of is in the way and making it really confused as to where the space is around Alana Foley.
Yeah, and I think they're doing a really good job of keeping Molly Moylan quiet, much quieter than last week. But that comes from that workout in front too. When Burke does the workout in front, it allows Platt and Pigden to set up and shut down that ball to her. So Woodman with it, but too far out. So having to work it again, and Pigden coming around, but Moylan able to step in, just misses it. So
Pigden contesting every ball in the defensive end.
And I tell you what, it would not be fun umpiring on a day like today. These umpires are doing a great job because there's so many contested balls.
Burke and Hilliard tight on that far sideline to where we are.
Carroll just using the fake and waiting for Harrison to pop forward. And a great pass. Finds Hilliard holding that front space.
The Tigers out to their biggest lead so far today. 21 plays 16 on the Ground Up Building Products scoreboard. We have gone over 11 minutes in this second quarter thanks to NZ. Hodgkin finding it really hard to find a clear Bulldogs player there. Cohen.
Good timing from Foley to hit circle edge, but I reckon Woodman and Pigden just clashed in the air. Nothing in it, but Woodman just grabbing her leg there. Moylan finishes off for the Bulldogs. They go to 17, trailing the Tigers 22 on the Ground Up Building scoreboard.
Second quarter, thanks to Bingley, and Foley retrieves that ball.
Just missed time drive there from Ainsworth, having to go again. Foley just couldn't pull it in.
And she knew that if she went to pick it up again, that would be definitely a replay ball. Marnia Hillier in her 200th game. Gives off to sister Sky Hillier. Carroll quick to get this started on that replay. And a nice goal there from Sky Hillier, 23. 6-goal lead over the Bulldogs, 17.
And it's really tricky in these conditions. Hillier and Harrison both play similar, both like to find a body and set up and protect that space for the ball to go into. But I think for the defenders on a wet day, it's much harder to sit off and play off the body, isn't it? Just don't have the time and the dry feet underneath to be able to make up ground like you would normally. So it's easy to get sucked into the body-on-body stuff, as you see Ainsworth finds Moylan in front. And Woodman over the hands of Pigden, able to make it count. So
And we've got a time call from the umpire for blood.
So Ari Cohen will have to leave the court. Blood has been called. So
Georgia Harrison, Tam, do you know much about Georgia, where she's come in from?
no, I can't remember. I think we found out early that first round, but I can't remember.
And I wasn't here that game, so that might be some research for the next time we do broadcast the Tigers. Apologies to you, Georgia, but certainly looking like another of the Hillier sisters in that circle. Beautiful, consistent play and quick ball release to Hillier. I think we'll mark that as a pass stat. Hodgkin, longer ball to Ainsworth. Gets it back. Evans in wing defence, forced to go back to Dickens.
And Moylan just again, not quite taking that extra step, and Platt able to come through, but no one on hand and another turnover. So a much scrappier quarter this quarter, Reed.
Yeah, just a few unforced errors starting to feed into both games, and certainly the Tigers have capitalised on the couple, Harrison and Hillier. Again, the refeed. And Sky Hillier nets the 24th goal for the Tigers over the Bulldogs. 18, we are right on the strike of halftime. The Tigers would love to get a quick goal here. Hodgkin slowing the ball down. Harrison clever to Hillier, who nets it. Takes them to 25, leading the Bulldogs 18. Hear the calls of no goal, and Burke slows the play down again. Dickens and the Hooter signs signals half-time. It is 25, Albury leading Wodonga 18. This is O&M Live Netball, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball. Second half action not too far away, but Albury Tigers putting out a really positive showing so far in this first half with some mixed weather conditions.
They have, Reen. I think they've probably been the most consistent side out there so far. Certainly seen lots of loose balls, particularly in that second quarter. But I think Albury have just been able to capitalise on those turnovers better than Wodonga have. At this stage, I think the Albury defenders are doing a wonderful job on shutting down those balls to Moylan. We've seen her miss a few goals, but also, as I said, Georgia and Amy Platt getting hands to balls and getting some great tips. So they can keep applying that pressure and just take away that main shooting avenue for Wodonga. The pressure then starts to build.
I was about to say that's probably one of the things too for Albury. Probably foreign territory so far in this season to be so far ahead, and likewise for the Bulldogs to be trying to pull back a margin. That is doable, however the conditions may affect that. So we're in for a real treat in this second half.
Yeah, and we can see Wodonga have swung some changes. So Jada Bradshaw has gone to centre and Ellie Ainsworth back to wing attack. Alana Foley back to wing defence where she was last week. Dickens still in goal defence, and Asher Hodgkin still in goalkeeper. For the Tigers, it is looking like the status quo.
Remain unchanged.
And in those other games, Raiders with a strong lead over Wang, 31-17. North Albury, 3-goal buffer over Corowa, 18-21. Myrtleford leading the Rovers by 10, and Lavington Yarrawonga 5 up on Lavington. So a couple of close games, is starting to see some goals be put on now.
Absolutely. And Bulldogs turn the ball back in their favour and put the first goal up in this second half, taking them to 19. Third quarter action thanks to our major sponsor, McRae Motors.
Ainsworth, great drive, circle edge, but just the slippery ball got the better of her there. So Pigden almost stepped on court to pass that, and unfortunately went to the hands of Wodonga. So
Jasmine Burke in her first game for the Tigers has been really impressive in wing defence, and I think, that change with Ainsworth going into wing attack is really timely there. Just change up the dynamic getting to circle edge. Now that the rain stopped as well.
And well watched by Hodgkin there. She saw the little pass between the shooters,
and it was
the Tiger
just
shooters.
out of court, so great. Hillier connecting with goal, 26-19 the score, thanks to the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, and I think going back to Jasmine Burke, I mean, wing defence is often a fairly thankless position to play, but I think in the wet sometimes even harder again, knowing whether to contest. If you contest, you're going to often overrun it. So she's done really well to stay in play and get some fantastic turnovers.
Georgia Harrison and Carroll then working circle edge really well. It's Hillier that puts up the goal and connects. 27 plays 19. Interesting in these conditions, Tam, all of the scores were quite comprehensive so far, like both all games putting up quite a good shooting number so far.
Yeah, it is, and it's, as we said earlier, it's sort of hard to know what each location is bringing because the games are fairly spread today. Corowa, Yarrawonga, Myrtleford, Wang and here, so who knows what the weather's doing in some of those other locations, but some good scores being put up either way. Shout out to Minna Lamb and the crew that are down at Myrtleford, and the O&M Live boys too. Talking to Monty this morning, and he wasn't that excited to be heading up the hills on a day like today.
You never know. It could be sunny and glorious out there, or it could be snowing.
It could be.
I did see during the week that for Wellbeing Round with Myrtleford that Shani Lambden, that's Leighton. No, I was thinking of what her married name is. Lambden Shani is wing defence for the Swifts, who's having a fantastic season.
She's
so
got a bit
far.
on this weekend.
But Shani Leighton will be the guest speaker at the Wellbeing Round in a couple of weeks, which fantastic, a real personality of the game. And I did see for the Swifts Heritage Round last week whether or not for goalkeeper between her and Liz Ellis, and she commented herself saying, I don't even know why this is a competition, basically.
She gets up this way a little bit, Shani. She's been up to Corryong, I reckon even maybe a couple of times for different events up there. So she's not unfamiliar with this part of the world.
The penalty is set. A little bit of confusion. Harrison and Hilly are working with Carroll nicely into that circle to connect for their 29th goal. 9 goals now, the lead over the Bulldogs on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
Yeah, and Heritage Round, it's a round we actually don't have in the Ovens and Murray, and I know we do have a few different special rounds, but it'd be great for some clubs to maybe consider a Heritage Round and get some of the old players back.
I was going to say some of the old uniforms as well.
Oh yes, would that be fun?
There's
the skirt and shirt. Be a treat. Although the high socks are back in, so I reckon that they'll have that covered.
Foley and Ainsworth through the midcourt. Burke again, a little bit of a hand, and the rain's just set in for now. Bradshaw through centre.
And Cohen on the sideline warming up and rolling on to the GD position, replacing Ella Dickens.
Hold from Georgia Pigden, and Woodman connects to goal 29-21 here on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
The lights have come on here at the sports ground, the netball court. So
Cohen.
The netball lights, that is. Football are yet to go on.
Bradshaw uses Cohen on the transverse line.
Great drive from Ainsworth to top. Moylan just not releasing it. Should get another opportunity here. Just not seeing any fakes, Ree, or even that sort of stepping around and popping it into space to get it around the arms of the defender.
Which on a day like today just could slow the timing down and give free space. Oh, beautiful take from Foley in these conditions. Well supported from Asher Hodgkin. Bulldogs really need a score here to convert.
Plenty of talk from the Tigers through this defence. Cohen able to find Ainsworth eventually. Big pass across the circle to Bradshaw. Moylan steaming on through. Will take the shot.
Oh, beautiful goal there. 29 plays 22 here. Nearly 6.5 minutes gone on the NZ Albury time clock.
Harrison forced to go back to Platt, but Albury just happy to play it around, and Jasmine Burke again through that midcourt, providing great link.
Bodywork of both Albury shooters standing up nice and strong. Hillier takes them to 30.
Oh, and Ainsworth, yeah, Burke in that front position, able to get a tip to it. So another turnover for her. Making a play for our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, isn't she?
Absolutely. Penalty set with Collins standing out of play. Harrison Taking the Tigers to 31. Their centre pass to come.
So Cohen just called out of play out of the circle. So 2-on-1. Oh, just slow on the release. Hodgkin almost getting it, but Albury fighting for the ball and coming up with it.
And nearly looked like the balk was the shot, and Cohen gets a touch to it. The high ball over to Hillier. 10 goals now, the lead, 32. Plays 22 on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard. Moylan steps in. Oh, beautiful rejection there from Georgia Pigden in goalkeeper for the Tigers. Ainsworth and Burke. Hillier and Bradshaw. Not a centimetre separates them.
No.
Oh,
she looked to release, just hesitated and it fell over her hands. So Wodonga quick to get the ball into attack, and Ainsworth finds Woodman over the back. She will finish it off. 23, it plays 32 on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
Last week's game between Myrtleford and Wodonga was quite a high-scoring affair, as opposed to later on I was down at Lavington, and their game score was 34 to 37 or 34 to 31, 39 to 34. So their total score on court was nearly the same as Wodonga's total for the game. So it's just interesting how each week presents, and obviously a very defensive game at Lavington and the Magpies.
Yeah, and thinking about those lineups, you can imagine that would have been the case. Meredith on Yamatsky would have been a fantastic matchup, and then obviously the wing defence down the other end.
Woodman and Bulldog for the Bulldogs. Bradshaw, in only her second A grade appearance, is not standing out of, not looking out of place, I should say, on this A grade court.
Good fight by Woodman there, able to pull it in for the Bulldogs and finish off. So 24 goals they go to.
Tigers on 33. Ainsworth and Burke again, really contesting every ball.
Burke with a great leap to stay, and to not go offside there. Hillier, the fake. And great roll by Harrison to open up the space.
And then in that instance, I think I would have liked to have just seen her just put the shot up.
Oh, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, such a beautiful high release of a shot too. Obviously, I think probably the Tigers circle at the moment is probably one of the shorter ones in total across the lead. They don't have a huge target there. Oh, she able to get a hand to that.
And I think just looking at the post, see if they can get that defender off her. And then if she wants to refeed, she can, but try and do something to get the defender off them in that first instance.
Amy Platt in goal defence, who is also the coach of this Tigers team. Something that's really impressed me in my first viewing of her on court is her ability to stay in play. She hasn't really drawn too much whistle as a goal defence, which, as we know, for defenders to stay in play is so important.
Yeah, and that was certainly the case when we've seen her play before.
Nearly 12 minutes gone in this third quarter. Tigers with the comprehensive lead at the moment. Slowed down through the mid-court. Platt finds Harrison. Hillier releases. Harrison just half a second too late. Ainsworth and Evans. Moylan and Woodman connecting in that circle. Pigden again. Cara Woodman nailing the 25th goal for the Bulldogs. They trail Albury 34 on the Newmarket Hotel scoreboard.
Oh, and Carol to Hillier, but just through the hands of Marnie Hillier. She's able to chase it down.
Love the contesting from Ainsworth on the transverse line.
Smart pass from Sky Hillier to Harrison, well into that front space. Allowed her to step onto it.
It's out to 10, 35 plays 25.
And I'm liking Ainsworth in that wing attack. She's providing some strong drives to circle edge.
Time's held while the ball is retrieved. Moylan gets us underway.
Bradshaw, great pass to Moylan on the drive. She finishes off. So 26 the Bulldogs move to. Just can't make any inroads at this stage.
Birkenplatt. Moylan disrupting play. Oh, Ari Cohen beautifully read, and well done to remain balanced. Pulling that in. Bulldogs quick on the transition play. Great drive from Jada Bradshaw.
Woodman just stepping in there to her disadvantage, really.
Pigden coming through.
Pigden's got such a great reach over that ball. I think you wouldn't want to be shortening any more than you had to.
No, and a little bit deceptive as well once the hand comes up over the shot as to how far the reach spans. 35 plays 27. Bulldogs with the centre pass to come. This third quarter's thanks to McRae Motors. We're into the last minute of this third quarter. If they could get another one back here, commentators curse, would be good for them just before the stroke of three-quarter time, but they're doing well to hold the Tigers up in that goal third so far. Hillier to Hillier. Both goalers swinging front, but it is the Tigers. 35 leading Wodonga 27. This is three-quarter time, and this is O&M Live Netball. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired. How about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Being first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.
For that reason.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball at the Albury Tigers Sports Ground. Albury with a handy lead going into the last quarter, but interestingly, they only won that third quarter 10 goals to 9. It is 35, them leading Wodonga 27, and they've got the first centre pass to start in this last quarter, thanks to 40 Winks.
And so no changes for the Tigers or for Wodonga at this stage.
Harrison on the baseline.
Oh, sorry, Evans back into wing defence, replacing Foley.
Gets the Tigers their first goal for this fourth quarter in this round 8 clash. Moylan and Ainsworth teaming up again. Bradshaw cross circle ball, which in these conditions haven't seen too much. Pigden again with the jump. Moylan connects with goal. 36 plays 28 on the McRae Motors scoreboard.
And in those other games, Raiders will run out fairly comfortable winners, I would say, over Wangaratta at this stage. North Albury 5 up on Corowa.
Oh, Alice Carroll hits the deck really hard, just purely slipped. She's well to bounce back up. I would have just laid on the ground.
Saturated.
Well, actually, that's the other thing.
If she's not already, as you see earlier.
Oh.
Get another shot here.
And makes good. Georgia Harrison, 37 plays 28.
Myrtleford will, they're still 10 goals up on the Rovers, and it's Yarrawonga with a 5-goal lead over Lavington. So those scores have remained fairly consistent.
Retrieving the ball are the Bulldogs.
Moylan just skims over the top.
Pull out a pass to Woodman.
Yeah. Absolutely, if you're a shooter, you do.
And 37 plays 29. Can't believe that next week will bring us to the halfway point in this 2025 season.
I know, and I don't think we're any closer to knowing who really the contenders are going. Well, I guess the top 5, or it's probably 6. It's still, it's not set. So
I think for Maggie's, that win last weekend helped them stay in touch. But certainly the order in which that top 5 is going to look will be interesting.
Oh, and a great release from Ainsworth to that back space behind Woodman.
And that was one of the better attacking plays we've seen.
Oh, and Woodman rebounds her own ball on the opposite side of the circle. Oh, and Platt again with the clean hands, and Burke on the end of it.
Carolyn Evans.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of sides that haven't had consistent availability. Yarrawonga being one of them. Raiders early on. Coral have had, weeks where girls have been unavailable. So hard to really get a read on probably how these sides are going to be come September.
Even North Albury today, we're not sure if Em Brown is back on the court. Last weekend we believe that we know that she didn't take the court, but plantar fascia injury of some degree. So, yeah, the extent of that, I mean, she would love to be running out. We presume that she is, but yeah, even there, just a change as well.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Carol gets a second chance at it. Oh, sends it to Hillier, but just at the wrong time.
And you know what? I think that was probably lucky, because I think Alice Carroll did well to actually
and Evan
get possession of that ball.
Couldn't regain possession of that. It's bounced up and hit her in the face and gone to ground, and Albury on the end of it. So a bit of a comedy of errors just the last 30 seconds or so.
Sneaky pass between the shooters there. Takes Albury to 40. Leading the Bulldogs 29. Nearly 5 minutes already gone in this fourth quarter, and ball spilling over the baseline. Platt and Hillier. Jasmine Burke comes and finds ball, and Moylan reads that well. Whoa, Bradshaw, she absolutely fired that ball in there. And Cara Woodman connects. 40 plays 30. Foley's rolled into wing defence for the Bulldogs again. Harrison, a chest mark on the centre pass.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Was not falling out that time. Oh, and the big ball to Hillier, but able to pull it in over the back.
Cohen doing her best with the hands over pressure.
And again, better timing on the lead there by Moylan. Pigden with the jump, but Moylan able to get past the hand. So 31 plays at 41.
40 Wings, the sponsor of the fourth quarter here. Foley.
Oh, delivered it. I don't know if she was waiting for an umpire's whistle there. But Wodonga through Bradshaw and Ainsworth. Find the circle. And Moylan that time drawing the contact call.
Beautiful shot from Cara Woodman. 41 plays 32. Bulldogs with the centre pass to come. Bradshaw and Ainsworth really using the circle edge. Burke stood out of play. High ball into Woodman. Oh, skims out, but off the hands of the Tigers defenders. Oh, great defensive read from Platt again. She's been great all game. Interestingly, in the Corin North game, if the Netball Connect app is precise, it is back to even.
Would we get a draw?
Be interesting if at the end of the season that came down to deciding the top three of the top five, even given how both teams are placed at the moment.
That's right, and if Yarra can get the win over Lavi, North will be wanting, really desperate to get that win to stay in on even points with Corowa and Yarrawonga.
Loving the connection between Harrison and Hillier with those small passes. That will be something as this connection in the goal circle for them builds, that the other defenders will need to look out for. Bradshaw and Foley using Cohen to bring that ball down.
And Pigden, she's been impressive too. This the whole defence end of the Tigers.
Yeah, just chipped away, stayed very clean and in play. Hodgkin in goalkeeper for the Bulldogs stood out of play. Hillier, 43. They take their lead to 11 on the McRae Motors scoreboard. Gone 8.5 minutes in this last quarter. Pigden again, just the wrong hand there. Woodman positioning her body into space and connecting with goal. 43 plays 33. I would be interested to see Sky Hillier's stats for today, because I'm thinking one, if not only 2 misses so far. One very early on, and then we had that kind of miss completely, but very much on her above, definitely above 85%, I'd be saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Pigden coming through. Goalkeeper again works her feet around to not give away the penalty against Woodman.
Just 3 misses so far for the game.
3. Great rebound from Pigden.
I'm looking forward to seeing Jasmine Burke too on a dry day, where she can really open up, because she's been great for the Tigers in her first game for them today as well.
And I feel like she's going to have some speed to burn as well.
Yep.
Again, nice jump from Pigden, just crouching in on the space on the land. 43 plays 34 on the McRae Motors scoreboard.
Oh, red Ellie Ainsworth. That looked like it had gotten past their hands. A bullet pass from Moylan. And she finds Woodman over the back. And it's been a great contest between Woodman and Pigden. They're very similar heights and statures.
And I think both still really unknown to the competition as well.
Absolutely.
Unknown to each other. Breaking call. Burke setting the penalty. Carroll. Oh, beautiful pass there from Georgia Harrison. Did kind of look like a shot and a nice hold from Hodgkin. But Hillier.
And it's Cora by a goal down at the John Ford Oval. So ebbing and flowing down there. Oh, and Woodman just waiting for the defender to fall, and fall she did. So Moylan will take the penalty. She takes the Bulldogs to 36, trailing the Tigers at 44.
Nearly gone 11 minutes on the NZ Albury clock. The Bulldogs have a bit of work to do in these final stages.
Harrison launched the ball to Hillier, but there's nowhere to be found. So Wodonga with another opportunity just to pull this margin back a little bit. They'd be keen to do that, I think.
I think something the Tigers will be really proud of over these 4 quarters is the 4-quarter effort, but actually the changeover between defence to attack, and whether that is the conditions slowing it down a little bit. But every time there has been a change from defence to attack, as Platt comes through, beautiful. All players have been in play and working hard as a defensive unit across the court.
Yeah, absolutely.
Burke again delivers a solid pass to Marnie Hillier. Carolyn Hillier. Oh, the eyes again from Sky Hillier to Harrison.
So Wodonga, you know, I think if they can finish this game off strong, they've got Rovers next week, which, you know, is a game they would be penciling down as one they can absolutely win. So they'll be keen to finish this game off and try and bring some momentum into that. While for Albury, they have the Wangaratta Magpies, who coming off the back of a big loss here today to the Raiders, although they'll be keen to get Katie Dean back next week, I'd imagine.
On a, what did Minna say this morning, on a beach in Vietnam?
Yeah, could think of worse places to be.
Particularly on a day like today. Ainsworth forced to go back and use the transverse line. Forks well. Moylan stood up strong. Oh, I loved Pigden's work rate there. The hands over and then fell back to defend Woodman as well for the pass. Cohen and Bradshaw. Burke again coming through. Deceiving, I think, is the arm span of Jasmine Burke.
Oh, and Woodman with a great tip, but no Wodonga players in the end of it. So Albury retained possession, but just for a moment. Wodonga with another opportunity through Ainsworth and tries to get it to Moylan. She's 2-on-1.
Nice goal to finish there for the Bulldogs from Molly Moylan, 44 plays 38. The Bulldogs have just snuck a couple back on the McRae Motors scoreboard, but probably a couple too late. Penalties set. It's the pass between the shooters. And Hillier taking the Tigers to 45. Oh, again, Burke, 2 hands, front position. Ari Cohen finds Bradshaw. Oh, that was a better hold from Cara Woodman, and the space was there, just the delivery of the pass not quite crisp enough. Pigden and Carroll. If this is going to be the Tigers' core 7 moving forward, I really look forward to what they can do on a dry day, because that was 4 consistent quarters from them. And it is the Albury Tigers taking the win today, 45 over Wodonga 38. Players will just shake hands as we get our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. Another shout out and acknowledgement to Marnie Hillier, who played her 200th Ovens and Murray game today, having previously played at Wodonga Raiders and Lavington. Lovely for her to be lined up against with sister Sky Hillier as well. Maybe coming. And Tam Matthews has our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day in her A-grade debut for the Tigers. Hey, Jasmine, I'm Marie. I'll get you to hold on to that one, the headphones. There, congratulations, you're our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. First game on court for the Albury Tigers. How did it feel?
Yeah, good. I haven't played for a long time. Oh my, watch your still on!
I'm just going to borrow this one for half a second. Oh, just hold it up a bit high, sorry. So who did you play for in the Golden Valley? Maribna. Awesome. Very good. A team with lots of success. And how did it feel to be out there with the girls today?
Yeah, very good. We're still working our connections, so we haven't played much, but I feel like I'm just part of it. They're very supportive, and it's awesome to be with them.
Well done.
Very well.
A great game today. Also believe you might spend some time with Bendigo Strikers in the VNL.
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll be getting some great opportunities there, and obviously able to bring some of that knowledge and share that back with us.
Yeah, it's good. Playing freeze and playing for reserves as well. Down at Bendigo's great. It's long travelling, but pretty good. Very good netball down there. Very good experience.
Worth it. And you were exceptional in the conditions today. We said we're really excited to see you on a dry day on the court. How did you find the intensity out there given the conditions?
Yeah, it was really good. I just found it always go through other people's direction. And just being mindful of injuries as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you didn't look like you were injured, didn't look like you were unwell, and the connection that you had with Amy Platt and Georgia Pigden was fantastic. We thought the defensive effort as a whole was really clean. You guys stayed in play and just gave your shooters lots of opportunity to build up and get the win, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Jasmine Burke, congratulations, and congratulations on your A-grade debut in the Ovens and Murray. Thank you.
I just want to say congratulations to Marnie as well. For
beautiful. Thank you.
I'm just going to get a quick photo for our socials.
Jasmine Burke,
everyone's favourite part of the
our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. I think certainly Tam one to watch in the competition over the coming seasons. And yeah, nice to hear her little journey, GV Maribna. So club there with a lot of fantastic history, and obviously Finley in the Murray League as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's great that players are wanting to come play in the Ovens and Murray and see what our league's about. And it's a great pick-up for Albury. And, watching that defensive line-up today, as we said, they've really got a solid base there to build on. And, they'll be really keen just to chip away at this season, get those wins that they should get, and towards the back half of the season and then into the next season.
And 4 consistent quarters, I think Amy Platt will be really proud of. Her performance and Georgia Pigden, I thought they were fantastic in the defence end, but I thought Sky Hillier again notching up some beautiful goals.
So consistent and has really been solid for the Tigers over the last couple of seasons in that goaling end. So great to see her, and I think, I wasn't a defender like you were, Ree, but I'm sure as a defender, when they're doing the hard work, they're getting the turnovers and it's being converted at the other end, it must be a nice relief and certainly helps, doesn't it?
And I think especially on a day like today, and that was probably the deciding factor, really. I don't think Bulldogs did too much wrong, just couldn't convert when the time came. But that is the end of round 8. It is the Tigers taking the win here today. We're on to the halfway mark of the season next week.
We are. It looks like Corowa got the job done by a goal today if the Netball Connect live scoring is correct. So it's obviously been a cracker down there.
And a fly on the wall.
Next week it is the Raiders and the Pigeons in the grand final replay. I will be an apology, but I'm sure it will be a fantastic game to see.
No, we look forward to it. Thank you, Tamara Matthews. I'm Marie Harris. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Shawty get inspired, how about that? How about that? This time.
Welcome to Sundancer Homes. We make building your dream home exciting and stress-free. Backed by over 30 years of experience, one of many reasons why we provide a lifetime structural guarantee. Visit our information centre at Dean Street, Albury.
I reckon I'll go mid. Carlton Dry 3.5. Embrace the mid.
With Optus Home Internet, you get more yes. Which means less family screen time and more harmony with powerful Wi-Fi. Get the Ultra Wi-Fi modem at no extra cost.
On your marks, get set. Running too late. Ping first out the gate. Get the fit you need. The athlete's foot. Fit for every run.